Hey guys, I'm bringing you an Avid video this week to instruct you on some of our Avid Wicor strategies, and we're always trying to tackle one of these a month. Last month it was inquiry, and this month we're going to focus on writing. Particularly I wanted to focus on note-taking and writing because we're starting out with a new semester and we've got a ton of information that we're kind of feeding to our kids, and they need to be taking notes right now more than ever because of all this new information we're giving them. So today's Avid video is brought to you by Crisco. That's the big mystery. I'll explain why Crisco is the theme of today's video, and you'll see at the very end it'll all come together. Now, I'm going to show you a piece of notes that I basically took and I put it into a slide. And right now they seem really obscure and strange, but it'll all come together and you'll get what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I took these notes from a lecture that I would have given in a normal everyday high school class. I took it from this lecture right here. Now, we give PowerPoint presentations all the time. We got lots of words on them, and we're also lecturing a lot, and that's a lot of words too. And this is a lot of information, as you can see. But our kids, I tend to notice that they do, especially our younger freshmen, they tend to take information like this, whether it's in a slide like this or through the lecture, and they do one of two things. Either they throw their hands up and go, I can't take all this information down, and they don't even try taking notes, or they do try and they just copy everything down, and that's not helping them. Copying is not going to do anything for them. We have to teach how to take these notes a little bit better, and as you can see, if we do, we can take something that's extremely wordy like this and has tons of information, and we can condense it down into the most important facts, and we can condense it so it's shorter and the note-taking process is faster. Okay, now I didn't want to teach you about Cornell notes because I know you know. I know you've been taught it before, I know you've done it before, and I know plenty of you are teaching your students how to take Cornell notes as well and encouraging them to do so. So that's not what I wanted to focus on. The kids know the Cornell note format. What they don't exactly know how to do is how to facilitate the notes and expedite them so that we can go from taking notes a little slowly to much more quickly. Okay, and we have a strategy for that. Now I'm going to show you my notes again. And as you can see, you know that this came from a lot of lecture, a lot of wordy slides, and it's condensed down. And I want to show you some of the strategies I took to make this go faster. Now, it may seem like obvious to us, but a lot of our kids really don't know how to shorten what they're doing. So they'll write out somebody's name, the entire name the whole time, but I'm a seasoned Cornell note taker, so I knew to shorten that immediately. I don't need to write Van Gogh's name every single time. I'll just put his initials, okay? I don't need to write out the whole word from. This is Van Gogh's from the Netherlands. Okay, I could shorten the Netherlands. I know how to do that. That was easy enough. When I know that he painted Post-Impressionism, I shortened there too. I know I could do that. And now I can see that Post-Impressionism is all about emotions, and I was able to shorten that. Or I can even use some symbols right there. Part of what was in that slide was the fact that he was very interested in color. Very interested? Those are the two words that way too long to spell, but I can substitute that with another symbol right there. Easy enough. In 1888, his mental health went down. Again, symbols. Or I'm going to incorporate some of my math symbols too at the bottom. As you can see, in 10 years he made more than 900 paintings. Again, these might sound like obvious ways of shortening notes, but many of our kids just don't realize that they can do this and that it'll help them so much. So I want you to not only encourage them to take notes, even if you give them a handout with all the information already on it, still encourage them to take notes on what you're saying as you're going through the information, but don't forget to show them how to do that shortening. Show them how to quickly abbreviate and symbolize things so that their note-taking process can go so much faster. And speaking of shortening, that's why our video today is brought to you by Crisco, because Crisco is a shortening, and I want you to remember to encourage our students to shorten their notes and use abbreviations along the way. That's how they'll shorten and make things go faster. Crisco is a substitute for things like butter. And remember those substitutes that we can make in notes, like using symbols all the time. And just in general, Crisco is a grease, and we're doing this to grease up a note-taking process. Now I'm going to give you a couple little posters you can put into your classroom to remind you and your students of ways to shorten as you're going along and to abbreviate as you're going along in the note-taking process, and you'll see that in your cubby very soon. Hopefully I'll get some glitter on it for you. Besides that, thanks for watching, and don't forget to encourage your students to take notes.